So the Change Your World event grew out of this conviction that a group of us had that our platforms and products are incredible tools for amplifying voices, and specifically voices who don't have access to traditional forms of media.
The tools have imposed the freedom of opinion, not necessarily the systems or the laws. You have countries in the Middle East who, unfortunately, the legislation became tougher because they had to deal with a bigger variety of news outlets. So it imposed itself, and it's up to the journalists to take advantage of it, to use it properly. So that's another discussion.
بحب أحكي على نقطة الإعلام الجديد والسوشيال ميديا اللي هي كتير أساسية، لأنه معظم قضايا المرأة بثلاث سنين اللي مرقوا كانت عبر الإعلام الاجتماعي، وبالتالي لا في إمكانية، يعني التقنيات عطتنا صوت، بدنا نعرف، بدنا نكون شوي كرييتيف كيف نستغلها ونعبر عن حالنا ونعبر عن قضايانا.
There's this kind of saying that, journalists give voice to the voiceless, and I actually hate that saying because everybody has a voice. We're simply kind of giving them the microphone, the stage to share their stories, not just for the sake of hearing them, but for the sake of learning from them and tackling such difficult 21st century problems by, applying different lessons that women from around the world have learned.
Transportation is very hard in Gaza, so I start to think, what about make a solution? And we come up with Wassilni, which is a social network. People can follow each other in this social network and join other trips and find a taxi and share it.
Jobs were available, but females were declining these jobs. So we had to go into more depth discussion with the females to understand the real causes why these females were actually dropping not accepting the jobs, which are already available there. When we started doing the focus group, we realized that much of the pressure on the woman to accept the job is basically coming from the family, of the male members of the family, not even the female.
حبيت اجي اليوم لانه حسيت انه هذا الايفنت فيه كثير قصص رح تكون قريبة من واقع العمل اللي أنا بشتغل فيه، وهو بالتمكين الاقتصادي للمرأة، وحبيت إني أكون أقرب للأحداث اللي عم بتصير، وأفهم أكثر إنه إيش ممكن الواحد يعمل تغيير في واقع المجتمع والمرأة العربية بشكل عام والأردنية بشكل خاص.
Nothing is more powerful than an idea. Beyond that, an idea that's being put into practice. And every woman here is here because she's doing something with her ideas. She's making it happen. From entrepreneurship to technology to the arts to media, everyone here has accomplished so much. And to capture more of that and to share it with the world is something that Change Your World can do to inspire people at large.
Basically, we unfortunately, the Arab woman, when it comes to the music industry, has a negative image. So my parents, when they first found out that I wanted to become a rapper, they were really worried because they feared that I would become like that and that I would lose my image and my integrity. I had to do it regardless because I was really passionate about this art form.
And funding is another issue. I mean, when I started working, there was no support whatsoever for independent Arab cinema. I took 7 years to finance my first feature, and I went everywhere in the Arab world, and I got no support at all, zero. The second film I made was completely the opposite, and it's not because I've changed, it's because I think the landscape has changed.
مش بس فقط من الأردن أو بالعالم العربي النساء يتعرضن للعنف، هذه المشكلة ما زالت موجودة في كل أنحاء العالم.
نحن هناك بدأنا من سنة 2000 كمدونين عرب، كنا نتحدث وبقوة وبقسوة عما يحدث في العالم العربي. كان هناك شيء يربطنا وهو ما يحدث في العالم العربي، رغبتنا في إنه نكون إحنا مدونين متحدين في عالم عربي خالي من العنف، خالي من الديكتاتورية، عالم عربي ديمقراطي.
أنا حبيت أشارك بهذا الإيفنت كمرأة من المجتمع الأردني، حبيت أعطي فكرتي وأحط بصمتي مثل ما كتير نساء حطوا بصمتهم بهذا المكان.
We focused on women because that's a group that's relevant everywhere around the world, And also we were just fascinated at the ability or the possibility of bringing women together in different places around the world, particularly in places where people have stereotypes about what women do and what they're capable of. We wanted also to shine the light on Syria. We recognize that while Syria has been going on for quite some time, there has been a bit of fatigue. So people who are like, oh, I've heard about Syria, and we wanted to present it in a different way.
أنا اليوم اللي بخوفني بالحديث عن الثورة السورية خصوصا بما يتعلق بموضوع النساء إنه نكون نحن محبطين للآخرين. لا، نحن اليوم تجربة تغيير ما إجت، بس ما بنعرف إنه المستقبل كان أولادنا شو رح يدفعوا ثمن نحن ما بنقدر ندفعه. في ناس بسوريا عم يقاتلوا فعلا لحقوقهم، الناس اللي لسه مآمنة إنه سوريا تستحق أن تكون بلد أفضل.
The fact that we were bringing together so many powerful women who are doing such incredible things was so compelling. I honestly felt that it was a privilege to host the event.